What's up, warrior? Welcome back to Daily Wisdom. We are in a 5-part series talking about the key things to do after exiting a big event, or else you're leaving money on the table. And if you missed the part 1, this is part 2, then you're going to want to subscribe to my YouTube, go back and watch that replay. Because if you can take in these things I'm going to share with you today, you're going to be able to grow and expand from business event after business event after business event. And today I'm going to talk about the key step to take after exiting a business event. So I'll share a quick story here. I've been through so many events. In fact, we just ended an event called the Warrior Movement Experience. Shout out to everyone that was there. It was awesome. It was fun. It was spectacular. And at the event, I could even see there's some people that took this step that I'm about to share with you, and I can tell their life is about to change. And then there's others that have not yet taken that key step. And it's important to be aware. It's important to know what actually transforms your life. But what happened was we were in a period where our first business had failed. If you know my story, we had a 6-figure plus business. Things happened. We lost 90% of that business in a year. All hell broke loose. It was bad. And we picked ourselves back up, paid off our debts, and we started to ask the question, should we really build this business, our network marketing business? Should we actually take it to that level again? Or should we go do something else? So what ends up happening is we decide to go to a big event. Events are where things happen, guys. They shift you. We know this, but we decided to try one more time, and we went to a big event called the GoPro. We're sitting there. It's a 3-day event, and just taking in all the cool information. We're learning from 7-figure a year, even 7-figure a month income earners, and we're getting inspired. But there's a moment that happens in this event for me where all of a sudden it clicked. And I made the key step. And this is the key step that you need to take after exiting a big event. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. And that key step is to make a decision. To make a decision. You see, decision making is important. And thanks to the compliment on the book. Decision making is important. And why is this important? Because if you've seen me talk about the sick person, if you want better results, we have to take actions. If we want to take better actions, we have to have different thoughts. We can't just have conscious thoughts. We need to have a subconscious thought. And we have a spirit, right? What starts to happen when you're in an event and around an elevated environment is you start to pick up things in your spiritual side of you. Have you ever had an inspired thought? Something just hits you and like, oh man, where did that come from? Might be a dream, a vision, might be an action step, whatever that it is. But by itself, it can't do anything. So what we need to do, what many people fail to do, but the successful people do, is they're aware of this. And when they're in that elevated state of awareness, they take those thoughts and they make a decision. Decide comes from the Latin word cide, C-I-D-E, which means to cut off. It means to kill. D-D-E means to away. So it means to cut away. Decision means that you completely cut away one direction and you completely have just another direction. You can't be on the fence. You have to make a decision. And the moment you make a decision, your thought goes from your conscious mind down into your subconscious mind, and it changes the way that you start to take actions, and it leads to better results. If that makes sense, put a 1 in the comments. Key that you understand this. I'm sitting there, I get inspired, and I'm like, we're going to make a fortune in this. We're going to help a lot of other people make a fortune in this. We're going to take this to a level we've never done before. And in our own home, watching on a screen, we made that personal decision to say, we're going to make this big. It's such a key step. Because the saying that Jim Rohn says is that destination does not change overnight, but direction can. Your life can change by simple change in decision. You could be having a horrible situation. Your health sucks. Your finances are horrible. Your business is ridiculous. Whatever. Change, make a decision. You can change direction. And what happened is 5 years after that, that brings us to today, everything really did start to change for us. We started to create new systems. Now we're all online. We created now what's called the warrior movement. We're now online like this. Like everything changed because I went to a big event and I took the key step, which was to make a decision. So in every event that you go to, unless decisions are made, maybe it's a decision to go to the next event. Maybe it's a decision to get the next promotion. Maybe it's a decision to be able to get out there on social media more. I don't know what the decision is for you, but it is something that you're inspired to do. You see, what most of us do is we waste the opportunity. What most of us do is we go to the event, we get inspired, we get uplifted and enlightened, but because we don't make the decision, what happens is right afterwards, we go back and nothing changes. Have you ever have that happen before? Event after event after event, you go, you're pumped up, you're super motivated, you're like, I'm gonna do this. And then you go to the next event and things are the exact same. Your business is the same, your life is the same, everything's the same. Why? Because you never took the key step. You never made a decision. Awesome. Steven said that's where you did in Florida, decided to stop driving truck and work with Cindy. And now you're business partners in Partner Co. Congrats. That's what I'm talking about, right? You have to make the decision. So when you make the decision, then everything can change. So my question to you is this, and I challenge you to do this. This is the way that I encourage my team to take notes. Every single event, it could be this. It could be the next event in person, whatever. Big event, small event, it doesn't matter. Every single time you go to these events, think to yourself this: what inspired thoughts or actions am I receiving right now? Ask yourself that question. What inspired thoughts or action steps am I receiving right now? And which one of those must I make a decision on? If you start taking notes like that, if you start thinking like that, if you start acting upon that, what's fantastic is you are now acting from your spiritual awareness. You're now acting from your spiritual greatness, which is unlimited potential. You are now activating the part that God has put into you. And your results are going to be so different because it's never about the tactic. It's never about the new tool. It's never about the things that you don't have. It's never about any of that to change your business results. It is all about you making those decisions from those inspired states of mind. That when you make the decision and then you're obedient with the actions that follow, everything is going to change for you. So even from this conversation, I encourage you, whether you put in the chat or you make it yourself, what inspired thoughts or action steps are you getting? My encouragement to you, take action on that thought. Maybe you had a name pop up in your mind that you need to talk to about your business. Maybe you had a decision that you're going to make. Maybe you had a conversation you had with someone. I don't know what it is. You know what it is. Move towards that and then keep on moving step by step by step by step. And you're going to see how your big goals are going to start to come into fruition as you start taking inspired steps of action. So I hope that encouraged you. If you did like this, share this, and also go to my YouTube. If you're not subscribed, this is part 2 of what to do after exiting a big event. If you missed part 1, go back to that. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about another important step. So you don't want to miss that as well too. Other than that, everybody, let's crush this. I hope this was encouraging. I hope this was helpful, and would love to hear your comments on everything. On that, words out.